Well, this weekend is the second round of the NFL playoffs, and we've got a breakdown of all the big matchups for you. We're going to bring in CBS Sports national columnist Bill Reiter. Okay, Bill, I want to ask you about these playoffs. Let's start with the first big matchup of the weekend, the Cowboys and the Packers. What can we expect to see here?
You know, Raina, the conventional wisdom here is that it should be a walk for the Cowboys. The Packers, obviously, the last seed, the last team to get in the NFC. They lost Jordy Nelson officially a few hours ago. He's out for the game, the most important target for Aaron Rodgers. But I think there's a real chance we'll see an upset. This is going to be entirely about Aaron Rodgers and whether he can carry this team by himself. It's worth noting the last 10 years, 6 times a wild card team has made the Super Bowl basically on momentum alone, and every time they've won the big game, Aaron Rodgers included a few years ago when, as the 6th seed, like now, Aaron Rodgers put the Packers on his back and took the team to a Super Bowl. I think it's going to be a much closer game than people expect, and it's going to be all about Aaron Rodgers continuing to play the best quarterbacking we've ever seen over this stretch of games.
It sure sounds like one to watch. I want to ask you, though, about the Texans. The big, bad New England Patriots. Football's fully inflated on CBS. We'll be watching this one. How can the Houston folks pull up a winning here?
The answer can't be, I know they can't, although it's a really big long shot. Look, anything can happen, right? It's any given Sunday, but it is one of the widest margins in terms of the point spread that we've ever seen in a playoff game. So the answer is pretty simple. Bill O'Brien, who is an offensive mastermind, was the offensive coordinator before with the Patriots, needs to figure out how to get his quarterback, we think it'll be Osweiler, to at least function at a high enough level to approximate an NFL quarterback in the playoffs, and that defense needs to do something to shut down Tom Brady. You got to get to Brady, you got to bother him, you got to knock him to the ground. Unfortunately for Houston, not only are they not a particularly great football team, and they're just not, the Patriots are on a mission, Raina, because they want to show the world, and Roger Goodell and people like me who said that Brady should have been suspended for 4 games, that there's a price to pay. The Patriots have a chip on their shoulder. I think Houston's going to pay the consequences this weekend.
The Steelers, they start the weekend with an injured quarterback. He's battling a foot injury going into their match against the Chiefs. So how will they deal with that?
Yeah, it's a really tough dilemma. I'll be at that game at Arrowhead for CBSSports.com over the weekend. And the Steelers beat down the Chiefs in the regular season. Big Ben had 5 touchdown passes, which is obviously incredible. But the Chiefs had the most takeaways in the NFL this year. They're at home. So the answer is that Roethlisberger, despite the injury against a really good Chiefs defense, is going to have to try to have his best performance of the season again against a team that he embarrassed. It's going to be really difficult for Pittsburgh and the Steelers to come out with a win.
Okay, Bill, go big or go home. Who, in your opinion, are we going to see in the Super Bowl?
All right, I'll go, you know what? I'll go sort of big before I go home. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go Patriots for sure. I don't think they can be beaten, but I'm going to believe in the momentum game. And this is hard for me as a Chicago Bears fan to say anything nice about the Packers. It's actual pain on my face right now, Raina. But I think Aaron Rodgers by himself is going to keep it going. I think they win against Dallas. I think they win against whoever they play the following week, whether it's Seattle or Atlanta. I think it's a Packers-Patriots showdown with the 2 guys playing the best quarterback in the NFL at this point in the season. It's going to be a heck of a Super Bowl.
Quarterbacks mano a mano. Bill Reiter from CBS Sports. Thank you, Bill, for joining us.